Yow. Ladies and fellas, women and men, gather round, gather round. The Torchy Andretti Show is about to begin. It is I, your host with the most, the one and only. It's your boy Torch. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, beautiful people? What's going on? What's going on? The sun is rising, your edge is growing, your beard is connected. How is it not an amazing life, huh? How is that not an amazing life? Come on now. Remember, with age comes wisdom. And what I've learned more recently than not is every single day you get up is grace. Every single day you get up is grace because you get a do-over. Whatever you did yesterday, it matters. It definitely matters, okay? That's the first thing I want to say. I'm not about to sit here and give you some feel-good advice about your toxic ways like I see in quite a few Instagram posts. Your past matters. I mean, think about it for a second. Could you imagine if the world truly operated off the past not mattering? Like, I know they like to pretend it didn't, especially in America, but many people speak up and rage against the rhetoric so that it's not forgotten. What you did to me, what you did to us. Could you imagine, however, if nobody spoke against it though? Like, nobody ever said anything about the past. That we were just like all in agreement. Yep, past don't matter. Live your life. YOLO. I had kids last month, but not this month. I don't. Yeah, yeah, I walked out on my family, but see, I know you judge him, but that was the old me. The new me is a family man. I'm a family man. I only hacked over $100,000 in credit cards and bank account numbers in the past 3 years, but today I'm your Wells Fargo banker, your national security administrator. That what you talking? That's the old me. I know we invaded your homeland and destroyed your culture, but let's focus on me donating to charity that pays for the shelter you living in, huh? That's right, because that's the old me. Now, these are clearly some extremes. Don't take everything so literal. I'm only saying this so that you take home the point. You can think of those next time when you see a post like that on a peace and love IG page. Because honestly, all that be is confirmation bias, dog. It's making sense because it's the only thing you've already told yourself. So when you see it, you're like, I knew I was right. I knew I was right. Hell, you might even use that page as proof for some sort of factual, unbiased research you just happen to stumble across. But that ain't real. Nobody's always right. Your past matters for sure. Because it's a part of the beauty that is you. You see, you thought I was gonna stay in that negative pocket. Nah, man, there's always a flip over here. It's always about the light. Good or bad, it made you who you are and can wrongfully or rightfully, guide you to who you'll become. To deny that piece of your life is to deny your very own existence, which to me gets a little tricky. So don't run from that. Look back on it, reflect, don't deflect. Every day is something, and somehow you still here. Be proud of that. Your past matters, but it doesn't define you. Ooh, that boy spitting. We podding today. We podding today. Your past matters, but it don't define you. It doesn't have to shackle you, and it doesn't have to box you in. It could be a burden on your back that weighs you down, or it could be the broadness of your shoulders that exudes strength. Personally, I say use it as motivation, as insight, and discover like the themes or patterns within yourself that are keeping you where you are. If it's amazing things, Do more of that. Lean into it. But if it's bad, like for real, if it's bad or negative, look deep inside yourself. Forget all the external possibilities of how things are only happening to you and not a result of your own doing. What someone did or said to you, how this opportunity was or wasn't fair. And be honest with yourself. None of any of what I'm yapping about will work if you lie to yourself or you operate like you ain't got dirty laundry too. I'm just keeping it a buck, big dog. You didn't not get that job because you really didn't want it. Maybe they couldn't see your potential. But who could when you're an hour late for the interview? How could this person leave me? It's their loss, not mine. They're missing out on a good thing. Maybe, but you've been an asshole, kind of selfish, or really damaged. And pride and ego will never fail to block your vision. I mean, they pull up all the time. Front of the club, hey, this ego, hey, this pride, and we finna show up. We gonna have a good time tonight. We gonna mess up everything that you got going on because we finna blind you and show you the glitz and glams, and we never gonna show you the dark because we don't want you to grow. We live in a social world, a communal world. It's best you get yourself together because you're gonna be working with people. You're gonna be dealing with people, dealing with things. Bring the best that you got to the table. Look inside and find those patterns and truly work on it, bro. Doing that today helps create the person of tomorrow that you can't quite see just yet. Be real with the friends in your life. And if you got some real ones and your hard headed butt willing to hear them out, they'll tell you, hey, man, you bugging this time. You bugging. You tripping. You wilding. You cutting up. Got way too much dip on your chip. I have a few friends myself that I'll talk with, and off rip, I make sure I tell it all. What's been going on both to me and because of me. And I ask them, no matter how stubborn I seem, please do not let me walk around nasty, dog. Don't let me walk around nasty. Even if you got to take like a pause and then hit me up later and let me get it all out to get it out. And then you hit me later and just be like, hey, I know you was in your feelings, but you wrong, big dog. You wrong. If you love me, don't let me walk around nasty. I can't stress that enough. A lot of people be saying they want realness, they want truth, but they really just be wanting that confirmation. I know we be wanting to be heard so bad. It's a cold world, and you want to make sure your voice is the loudest. But remember, being the loudest in the room don't make you right. I've seen at times people mention the phrase, what's for me won't miss me. And to be honest, I mean, I I can't lie, I do subscribe to this. 1000%. Like, I mean, what's meant for you will be. Except when it comes to keeping it. You can 1000% mess up what's meant for you. I don't know if people realize that. What's meant for you won't miss me don't mean I get to do whatever I want to do with whatever I got. I mean, you can do whatever you want. There's always repercussions, reactions, results, cause and effect. You can 1000% mess up what was meant for you. That don't mean you won't find something else, but it'll never slap like what you should have kept. That's just keeping it player, dog. That's how we got the 90s R&B in the first place. Them folks was down bad and begging, y'all. Begging. Some songs it worked out, but like 80% of them, my guy is still outside catching pneumonia in the rain. You hear me? I don't want that for you. You hate to see it, really. But it's because we often take for granted what comes to us so easy. We think, hey man, it happened once, It'll happen again, just like that. And that ain't nothing but ego and arrogance, dog. Imagine finding the person of your dreams. You drop the ball and then saying, oh, well, I'm going to find him again because I am him. I am him. I am her. Meanwhile, the rest of society knows, without a shadow of a doubt, backed by Harvard research for over 100 years, probably longer, but 100 years, that there is indeed, unquestionably, piss in the dating pool. There is piss in the dating pool. That's not a chocolate payday, love. That's doo-doo. Mm-hmm. That's doo-doo. You keep swimming over there, and it's gonna bop you right in the face.
Got him! Got him! Oh!
Ask Day Day. He know. Now I know what y'all saying and thinking, but here's a recent clip I came across on the internet, and I want to make sure that I played this for y'all because this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like this is just look, man. Let me just play the clip.
Been divorced before. My first marriage, we made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So why did you guys get a divorce?
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was the most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time. It's one thing to like work and work and work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no resources. And for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life.
So, long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, this, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally, completely unconditionally. And when you love someone like that, you really accept their flaws and you accept less than what you should. So really, I should have been a better wife. Every time we saw each other, like you knew that was your soulmate, right?
Wow, so he was your soulmate?
It's hard because I knew how he still felt about me.
He just loved you.
He really did.
And you broke his heart. Oh, don't cry, Chip.
Man, what? Hey, yo. Hey, hold on. Nah. Ain't no way, boy. Hey,
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
this is crazy. This is crazy. Y'all think I'll be making this stuff up, bro, but it be people out here every day living wild like this. I mean, shout out to Shorty for sharing her story that nobody asked for, but wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, it did take a lot of courage again to mention all this, but you can hear the pain. You can hear the pain of somebody who just went through it and was really honest with themselves. This is what we talking about. Like you got to be open and honest and vulnerable with yourself so you can get better. You got to admit where you came from. But that is just wild. That is like dropping the ball out of all proportions. There are 7,868,872,451 individuals on planet Earth. And everybody ain't accounted for. That number is probably double that because we don't know who's who or what's going on because people won't take the census. But of all those people, you know how hard it is, dog, to find your person, your soulmate. and you look this person in the eyes, you look them in their heart, you look them in your soul, and you say, nah.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. Can you do it? I'm not gonna be able to do it. Can you do it?
I'm not gonna be able to do it. That's wild. That's wild, bro. That's wild. Accountability, ownership, responsibility, compassion, empathy, forgiveness. You'll need it all and some more, I'm sure, but you'll always be better for it. To me, that's why it's an amazing life, man. It's an amazing life. We get to live, mess up, reflect, improve, and hopefully level up. Sometimes you miss out. Sometimes you never get it back. Sometimes you never get it back. But when you get the next chance to get something close, hopefully you take care of it. Hopefully you take care of it. Because we get another go, another chance to say, my bad, another chance to work out, another chance to study longer, another chance to put in more hours, another chance to support. We get another chance to be. Life is funny, man. I was talking with one of my partners the other day, and he was telling me about his kids, right? I remember this because I could hear the kids in the background talking about as loud as we were. And I'm hearing my man's juggle this conversation with me and his conversation with his jit, right? By the way, parents, some of us single folk don't know how y'all keep conversations going with all that going on in the background. By the way, parents, some of us single folk don't really know how y'all keep these conversations going with all that noise in the background. Like, how do you do it? At times, we don't even be wanting to talk to y'all on the phone with all that going on, all right? Look, I said it, man. I said it. Now, not all the time, not all the time, but just sometimes we got to hit y'all with a, hey, man, I'm going to call you back. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. I'm going to call you back, though. Yeah, I gotta go. I can't hear myself think. It be way too loud, bro. And of course, good friends do call back, or sometimes we just keep talking with all the distractions because we understand where you at right now in life. So relax. I can hear all the sighs. I can see all the eye rolls from here to Chattanooga. But back to the story. So uh, my man's playing telephone with both of us, and he's doing a pretty good job at it. On one end, he's talking to me about something that ain't pretty serious and I ain't gonna divulge. But on the other end, he's talking to his kid, and we're going back and forth. Hell, I'm even jumping in and talking to the kid every so often. But at one point, something happened, and I'm not sure what was going on, but he had to correct something that was going on in his background. And I guess being in parent mode, he might have forgotten I was on the line. You know how you can hear when somebody puts the phone down? Yeah, it was like one of those vibes. But I figure, this happens from time to time. It's clearly something going on, and my boy hit my line really wanting to talk before everything got chaotic. So why not give him some time so we can, make sure he says whatever he had been wanting to say, whatever's been on his mind. I had no idea what he wanted to really talk about. Also, in my own head, I thought, let me not bang on fool. Because he might internalize that as he ain't got no one to talk to because he's always in parent mode. I can imagine not talking to your crew like you used to and always feeling like you're missing out because, you're dealing with your child or you're dealing with something in the background. You're a family man now. You're a family woman. It's a lot going on. It ain't what it used to be. We can't just, key all day or whatever the case may be, or reflect on last night's ratchet adventures. We're adults now. I'm sure those feelings can creep in. I'm not saying they did, but I'm sure they can. So me just trying to be aware of someone else's plight, I was like, let me practice patience. Let me stay on the phone and wait a little bit while playing 2K. I know y'all ain't think I was just sitting there now. Come on now. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part by staying on the phone, all right? But I can't sit here and say I'm gonna just stay on the phone and just wait. You crazy? You crazy? I'm not calling AT&T. I'm not calling Wells Fargo. You know what I mean? I'm not calling Bank of America. They don't have me on hold like that. I'm gonna play the game in the background. I I told y'all and I'm gonna keep telling y'all, I ain't right. I ain't right in the head. I'm not perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not perfect. But man, when he got back on the phone, it was quiet in the back. And he profusely apologized and was, oh man, I'm so sorry. My bad, bro. I have forgot, yada, yada, yada. I guess he really did forget I was on the phone for like 5 to 8 minutes, but I was so into the game, it went as fast as it came. I'd say, the whole was about 5 to 8 minutes. Not a lot of time. But when you on hold at a restaurant because you went over your limit, it's an eternity. When you calling and you like, hey man, I'm on a date, dog. I need y'all to push this one through. That's a long time to wait. So the first thing I told my boy was it was cool, I ain't tripping. I was playing the game anyways. He laughed, I laughed, we joked about it. Now we all laughing. The second thing I told him was because I did catch some of it. So I told him I paused the game during your bit because I could still hear you both pretty clearly in the background. And man, you're an amazing father. It was clear you had forgotten that I could possibly hear you, but the way you handled that situation was cool and refreshing to hear, bro. For real, for real. It gave me hope. It made me excited to one day be a dad, to bring up a little me in the best way possible. Because you were kind, gentle, and at the same time, commanding and respectful. It had already been a long day for you based on our earlier conversation, so I'm pretty sure you were probably at your wits' end, and this was a much needed vent. But that didn't change you or how you spoke. And I don't know if anyone, if you tell your boys this or what have you, but I let them know, man, I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. Now this is my dog. This is my guy. So I like to think I know him pretty well or well enough. How we used to roll and kick it, and even conversations we had about how we raise kids, man, it was a complete opposite of what transpired. Now, obviously, I didn't hold him to some logic we had in our 20s because that ain't fair. That ain't fair. We were jits. We ain't know what we was talking about. But what I heard was still a surprise, a pleasant surprise, a great surprise. It's an amazing life, ain't it? Oh, and if you're wondering, I lost that game in 2K. Yeah, yeah. I lost that game in 2K. I ain't blaming it on my boy. I ain't putting it on the boy, but you know what I'm saying? That shouldn't have happened regardless. I could have been at a party and I shouldn't have lost that one. Computer was cheating. I'm just going to say it. Call it what you want. Computer was cheating. While I'm on the phone, these fools came back down 19 and hit a three-pointer for a 2-point lead and left me with 0.5 seconds to shoot a desperation full-court heave. So I turned that bad boy off before it messed up my undefeated record. What? Is you crazy? I have no shame. No shame. Y'all not about to shame me. Ain't no way I'm losing to a last second Clint Capella half court three. Hell no.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
Computer was cheating. And all the gamers out there know exactly what I'm talking about. And what's so bad? What's so bad is computer be cheating in the worst ways, dog. I'm so sorry for those who don't want to hear this topic. I see the subscriptions probably dropping right before my very eyes. But this is an epidemic and must be discussed with the utmost importance. Computer be cheating, y'all. In the worst ways. They don't just cheat and go off the entire game. Because even that's wild, at least it makes sense. They've been busting your ass the whole game. They likely will win. Nah. They go off the entire game with the most suspect player on the team. See, y'all think I'm lying, but 2K17 would have had you believing Gerald Green was Michael Jordan. If you know, you know. The man was rated a 72. To give you a reference, when you create a player, more times than not, his rating averages around 76, 75, somewhere around there. It's a pretty low average rating. You at the back of the rotation, dog. You getting no minutes. The coach is yanking you for any foolishness that you do. All you got is fast break dunks and steals. You got to do all the little activities in the local town. You know what I'm saying? Just to slowly but surely raise your ratings. I don't even like working out like that in real life. And they had me working out a player that ain't even real, dog. Just so I could run 1 point faster. Just so I could be 1 point stronger. That don't make no damn sense. And 2K gamers know, man. So to see Mr. 72 rating putting 45 on your head and you lose by 1 is nuts. That's nuts. That's disgusting. Now, I ain't never break a controller or a system or a TV out of anger in my life, but I bet that loss probably brought a lot of people to that point. I'm pretty sure a lot of people did. I'm too cheap to do it. You know what I mean? I see it. I'm like, oh hell no. That's because now you gotta get a new TV. Now you gotta get can't not have a TV. You know what I'm saying? Can't not have a controller. So now you gotta get another one. But computer be so disrespectful with their cheating, dog. More recently, right? Check it. I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. Right? Great game to play, by the way. Like top tier, maybe top 5 games I've ever played, ever. And I've played quite a few. I ain't think this pod was gonna go this route, but we going this route because we talk about it all. And dog, that's the game that you need to get. If you out there, ladies, and you want something for your man, and he play like good games or adventure games or whatever, and you want something dope, get him that. It's pretty live. But for those who don't know, it's a game about a samurai on a quest to protect Tsushima Island during the first Mongol invasion of Japan. But for me, I love history. And who doesn't like a good samurai? I mean, come on now. Come on now. They out here shooting with guns and everything, and you had a sword, bro. Like that was crazy. Y'all was gonna get wiped out, but it was still tough. Y'all like that's solid. That's as solid as it comes. But anywho, now don't ask why a black man from Dade County 305 just playing this game. Just focus on the cheating at hand, because I'm you gonna be mad too. So I'm at the point where I have to scrap with the leader of the Straw Hat Ronins. What's crazy is the leader used to be my boy. He used to be my boy. How Pa say? Used to be my homie, now you act like you don't know me. Crazy how people switch up on you. Anywho, he used to be my boy, but when I enlisted him to help me rescue my uncle, the ruler of the island, y'all know this bum sabotaged my whole operation on some hater shit, dog. Real hater levels. Top tier hater levels. On some real why you and not me energy. We had a little squabble before, you know what I'm saying, before I became a samurai or whatever. I came from a wealthy house. I can't help where I was born at. You feel me? He came from a little upstart. We had a little battle. I had to beat him so I can show people that I was worthy of the title I was given. He had to beat me if he wanted to ever be a samurai. We know how that went. I don't play around. I don't even play like that. I had to get him up out of here.
Teach a man how to squabble.
But he my boy, so even if when I would have came in, I would have made him one anyways. But he got into his head, start being a hater on some real why you and not me energy. Point being, we fast forward through it, and I'm begging the dude, hey man, I don't want to fight, bro. Let's be friends. You know what I'm saying? You my boy. That's what they saying in the thing. I'm breaking it down in case y'all ain't realized. They ain't really talking like this. But that's what was going on. He don't want to hear it. We start scrapping. The scrap we having is pretty dramatic. It's sort of like a boss level fight at that time, at least from based on where my samurai level was. It was like a boss level fight. Not the boss, but one of the bosses. So, of course, you lose a few times before you finally figure out how to defeat him. It took me maybe 5 or 6 tries. Hey, judge your mama, all right? That boy was doing things I didn't even know you could do with a sword. Like he got me up out of here. He might had a case. If I was controlling him back in the day, he might have had a case that he probably should have been a samurai. But he ain't. Anywho, so we flash forward because my character, of course, I'm about to beat this dude, but my character, let this man escape and say, man, I ain't gonna finish you off, dog. You my boy. Like, just get on out of here. I done beat you. You know you can't beat me. It is what it is. We let this man escape. Buddy then went on to tell his whole crew how raw I am and how much of a great swordsman I am. So he went back to his crew and was like, hey man, he the real deal. He don't play. Y'all be careful out here. He also told them fools to come at me if they do. If they do feel like, you know what I'm saying, they about that action, to come at me. Hater stuff. Just hater. Hater. Just big hater. And I mean, he ain't lying. hey, hey, he ain't lying. I'm that guy. I am him. You know what I'm saying? I be in this thing like chop, 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 chop.
Boy, if you don't get
Now, I used to be sorry as hell. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be sorry as hell. Boys used to be boxing me up like a Lunchable. Oh my God. I had to just log off many days, get my mind right before I turned back on the game. But now I'm here. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But what I've been telling y'all, my past don't define me, man. I am the OG. I am the one who knocks. I am him. So I'm playing along and I bump into one of his disciples who want to run a fade real quick. Right? Cool with me. I don't run from nobody. I got equal opportunity left and right. You feel me? Especially for somebody that ain't even the capo. He ain't even the capo of the Straw Hats, dog. He the best of the disciples, but he ain't the captain. And the captain was hard for me. Like I told y'all, it took me 5-6 tries. Each time was hard as hell. And it wasn't no half-efforted fight either. It should be noted so far in the game, whenever you beat like a master or a boss level person, their minions after that you face, oh, they slight work, easy, barbecue chicken. Y'all, why this cat beat me decent for at least 30 minutes, yo? Dog, you know how many times you can lose in 30 minutes? The fight is only like 2 minutes. I lost so many times, I lost count. I missed the entire second half of a playoff game because I'm in here researching moves and attacks that don't do nothing. I was hot, bro. I was hot. I'm changing outfits. I'm thinking you look good, you play good, right? Hell no. I done went through all of my 4 samurai stanzas to confuse him and nothing. When I finally delete this cat, it had to be 12 a.m., dog. It had to be 12 a.m. I pressed save and went straight to bed. My fingers were so sore that night. So sore that night. And all I could think of when I woke up the next morning, laying in the bed, happy, but still kind of defeated, was that's cheating, bruh. That's cheating. Computer was cheating. Computer was cheating. I ain't want to say it that night because I was in the heat of the battle, but when I really thought about it, they had to be cheating. This ain't even the boss, dog. He was a side mission. I was literally vibing on my horse trying to help this lady find her daughter, and Buddy put the most vicious hands on me I've ever experienced. A side character, dog. And he was talking crash. And he was talking cash, bro. The whole fight. Now that ain't right. That ain't right. That boy beat me so many times. Yo, he beat me so many times, dog. The game itself paused after one of my losses and said, press X to try again. Press O to skip this fight. And press box to fight in easy mode. Dog. That's so disrespectful. I beat the capo. I beat the capo, the head honcho. And they told me, maybe you should be on easy mode, big brother. Maybe you should be on easy mode. So yeah, man. That's my computer be cheating stories. If y'all got any, put it in the comments on the IG page at the Torchy Andretti Show or on the Twitter page at Andretti Pod. I would love to hear y'all stories and to know I'm not the only one experiencing this level of disrespect. Because this is preposterous. It's almost time to write a letter to the gaming commission for real, for real. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm also sick of talking about Governor DeSantis, but if I don't, who else will? But I'm not going to sit in this pocket for long at all because I already did that last episode. So make sure you check it out because we like to keep it diversified over here. You did. I feel like I probably used diversified wrong. You ever use a word that sounds smart, but it was in like the most nasty way? Fam, That was so disgusting. I'm ashamed at my own vocabulary usage. But whatever. DeSantis out here burning bridges with Mickey Mouse, y'all. Yep, he burning bridges with the mouse, dog. The power mouse. And having little kids hold signs that cross out CRT. They got the letter CRT for critical race theory. And in front of the CRT is the red circle with the slash through it, kind of like the no smoking slash. Yeah, that one. At his own press conference, he had them babies holding these signs, and it makes you irate to this type of child abuse. They don't even know what they saying with these signs, dog. What's the point? What's the point? It's feeling a little too similar to Nancy Reagan and her Just Say No campaign, and having black kids she ain't give a damn about on stage with her wearing shirts that say Just Say No. And we all know way too much about that time in history to know that that just did not work. That did not do what she thought it was going to do, or maybe it did, which is a bigger problem. So that's really why I had to speak on this. All the adults involved, they get an F. I don't care if it was just your job or you was just following orders. It's getting nasty outside, and you picked your side, man. That's crazy. These kids. History won't ever forget that. And neither will the ramifications of your actions. Half of why we asked out in the first place right now. But to the earlier issue, yeah, the man beefing with Disney. He beefing with Disney, who used to be the homie, but Disney is global, dog. They got their nasty history too. Don't get it twisted. You ain't gonna hear me be the ambassador for Disney. I'm hardly an ambassador for anybody besides myself. But they got a nasty history. But now I'm guessing since they way more global than they've ever been, they trying to be more accepting of everyone. Mostly because of them blue faces. But some of the stuff you standing on and doing is messing with their brand. It's messing with the business. Big Worm told y'all last week, playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. It's the principality. So Disney says, we not contributing to you anymore in March 2022 because of the wild, weirdo, racist rhetoric you keep pushing. I think it was the don't say gay law that got them going. So 1 month later, this fool orders Florida legislature to take away Disney's special self-governing status. This is big business being big petty, folks. Huge tax implications for Disney now alone. That's all fine and dandy, but I don't think people outside of Florida understand how important Disney is to the Orlando area and Florida tourism. 2017, tourism brought in $90 billion to the state's GDP growth. People love South Beach and Destin Beach, and for some reason, a lot of tourists love Jacksonville. But ain't nobody bringing in bread consistently, year long, despite whatever catastrophe, whatever weather is going on, like Disney, bro. People travel to America not knowing a lick of English so they can stand in line and walk in the blazing sun for hours with the hopes of seeing some dude in a mouse mask. The brand is strong. The brand is strong. Even as wild as they've been in their history, we all love a good 5 or 20 Disney movies, so I completely understand it. Radio Ron is playing a dangerous game as he tries to be the most likely GOP candidate for the 2024 election. It's nasty, man. You see how they playing with us? But hey, that's enough of that. We got more important things to discuss. I told you I wasn't sticking on that. We got way more important things to discuss. Like, what's your favorite Michael Jackson album? Come on, man. Give it to me straight. Give it to me straight. What is it? What is it? What is it? I'm only saying this because a couple of minutes ago, before I even started recording, we were having this conversation in my music chat, and boy, everybody had their opinion. And then I thought, damn, I don't think I have one. I probably didn't have an opinion because, man, people take mic conversations serious, dog. Like serious. Like maybe I'm tripping, but there are clear lines between people in terms of which album they love the best. And I'm here to say the only really albums that we should be focusing on in comparison, which is the better two, is Thriller and Bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. So we're not even considering the others, not because they're not good. They classics too. They class. I'm just saying this was like, whew, elite. Like this was, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Both of these things are God tier classics. But for the sake of the pod, at the moment, you guys gonna hear it first. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's the one that starts off with the banger. You want to be starting something off Thriller. Cause dog, what a perfect song. What a perfect song to open your album up. As soon as you start, you want to be starting something? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think this is? Like, it's pressure. It's pressure. I know people know Mike as the king of pop, but I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's some rap shit there. That's some rap shit there. Come on now. That's on some like Lil Wayne Get 'Em, Dedication 2 intro. That's on like Dr. Dre the Watcher intro. Like, bro, like Jay-Z, you know what I mean? Like in my Lifetime Volume 1 intros. Lil Wayne, the Mob. Come on, bro. You want to be starting something? Dre Over My Body, Meek Dreams and Nightmares. Like, come on, bro. Like 50 Cent, What Up Gangster? Like, you want to be starting something? You got to be starting something. Come on now. You got to be starting something. What else you not doing? So you got to respect that. You got to respect that. Then the kid followed it up with Baby Be Mine. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Baby Be Mine? Come on now. Come on now. The man didn't squabble with Paul McCartney on the next track for nothing. Could you imagine Paul and Mike squabbling over a woman that's playing both of them?
Yeah! They squabbling out there now. Yeah!
This is why my man had to go into Bad in the first place. Had to go to the bad bag in the first place, slapping people in a white suit on the next album, which is so player, by the way. That's player. I ain't ever wear like white on white nowhere. But I did have a crispy white tee when we used to wear crispy white tees and white Air Forces. What a time that was. But I remember wearing that fit to the family kickback, standing up, eating your food away from your body, you know, because one drop of barbecue sauce and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I couldn't imagine, though, squabbling in the all-white suit in a mob bar. Hey, man, Mike was special, bro. Mike was special. But I'm going to have to go Thriller on this one. It's the one album for sure that had me trying to spin into a moonwalk with thunterons on as a kid. When I was supposed to be cleaning up the mess me and my brother made. I can't be mad at you for real, if you go Bad album though, because that ain't a terrible choice either. I mean, it's neck and neck. 1A, 1B. I don't even know if I could call it 1A, 1B. I'm gonna say 1A, 1AA. Because I feel like the B is disrespectful. Hell, next week I might be right there with you because Smooth Criminal is special. It's special to me. I mean, clearly, look how I remembered the video and what dude is wearing. You know, but the song, and the song is even better, bro. Song is even better. Y'all tell me what y'all think. What's y'all favorite Mike? You know what I'm saying? Some people wasn't really on them that heavy, or they found them late, and that's cool too. I'm not here to slander your opinions on which song is better. It's all love. I just think those two are the better albums. So those are the two that we talk about. If you had a podcast, you probably could talk about what you want to talk about. That's kind of how this works, big dog. I ain't gonna hold you, but you can tell me in the comments what you really like. Now, sports. This ain't gonna be no long sports talk. This is a real quick sports take because it's the playoffs. And maybe y'all want to hear my takes on this, but I'm still hurting, dog. I'm still hurting, bro. I'm still grieving. I've accepted it, but I haven't moved on yet, you know. My Lakers are out, you know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I tried. I did my part. You know what I'm saying? I can't make every shot for you. You feel me? I can't do it all, dog. I can't do it all. But I was there. I was up. I was up. We've been out since January too, bro. And the season had 3 more months, and I knew we was out since January, December really. I was fighting in December, but January, it was cooked. Barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. If I'm keeping it a buck. You know how depressing it is to sit up at 12 a.m. Central Time? Because them LA games and time zones ain't shit. Just to watch your team give up a 25-point lead in the third and lose by 17? Don't make no damn sense. Don't make no damn sense. Don't talk to me about pain. I know pain. Then my Sage brother Kyrie and the Slim Reaper KD, they don't even show up against the Celtics. How you get swept? How you get swept? Anyone can lose a series, okay? Anyone can lose a series. Matchups matter. I don't know what people talk about, but matchups matter. Don't let these bums on Twitter fool you, all right? Don't let these bums who be talking about sports, like they going after the low-hanging fruit. Matchups do matter, and defense wins championships. Talent ain't everything. So I was never on they're the most talented, so they gonna win. Nah, bro, you gotta still play. But not a game? I mean, I can see why y'all didn't win a game. Yeah. Ain't no coaching. Ain't nobody to initiate the offense or any reliable defenders. So I understand. What were y'all really gonna do? I mean, hell, Bruce Brown was the team's MVP that series. And that's a credit to him. Hey, shout out to Big Bruce, man. He held it down for all the 24-hour fitness, all the LA Fitness All-Stars. Yeah, you got to tip your hat to that dude. You know what I mean? I can easily see Bruce getting yelled at the rec center because he's 6'4", so he the tallest man on the court, but he want to pull up for half court to shoot threes. Come on, man, that's growth. He in the league, yeah. But Steve Nash got to go. That's my opinion, at least. He got to go. He playing games, but since KD loves him, it's kind of a mute issue to keep. Oh, we got to get Steve out of here. Got to get Steve out of here. When the main player of the team loves him. I mean, what am I going to keep arguing about the same damn thing over and over again? Come on, man. I got the Heat versus Golden State Warriors in the finals only if Devin Booker is not healthy. Then it's the Suns for me. I think they have a great team. But it'll be a hell of a matchup. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it one bit. I wouldn't mind Golden State Warriors versus the Heat or the Heat versus the Suns. That'll be exciting, man, for me. The Wolves and the Grizzlies, they too young and too dumb to know it ain't daytime yet. So they battling it out. They about to go 7. You know, they battling it out. I enjoy it, but, you know, it is what it is. They not ready just yet. Almost, but not just yet. Also, how y'all gonna give Ja the most improved player award? Man, this man was the number 2 pick in the draft, dog. He doing what he's supposed to do. He's showing growth like every season. He's dope. He's in the MVP conversation if you want. I wouldn't have put him in top 3, but he was like, you know, the 5th guy or maybe 6th guy in that race. But most improved player, come on, man. For me, that's Jordan Poole. You know, hell, even Ja didn't want it. Ja didn't want the award. He gave it to his teammate. What's the old boy name? Last name, Bane. He gave it to him. He was actually the most improved player. He went from doing nothing to doing a whole bunch of something, averaging 18 points a game. Like, that's real for him to do that because he didn't have to. I don't really have any picks for the Bucks and Celtics. I could care less about either if I'm keeping it a buck. But at the end of this series, I will have more respect for either Giannis or Tatum and Brown. Because we really about to see if Giannis is who everybody keeps swearing he is. He ain't got no Chris Middleton out there, so he gonna have to put in some work. And if he do, then hey, salute to him. But it's not that I'm not sold. I just don't really care. Like, I know the Bucks won the title, but I don't care. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it's just like one of those, oh yeah, they won. That was interesting. It was like for me when the Eagles won the Super Bowl that year. It was like, and then the world just went back to where it was. It was like a nice little pause, nice little, stop. And then it just went right back to doing whatever it was doing. And because Chris Middleton is out, I don't want to hear nothing about his injury, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about his injury. You got to play with who you got, because all I know was when my Lakers were hurt, y'all was on our necks, boy. Y'all was on our heads. Y'all didn't want to hear no excuse about Anthony Davis. Oh, he always hurt, he made out of glass. Everybody laughing, he, ha, ha, ha. I don't want to hear it about Middleton. I really could care less about that. I wish some of these stars though would kind of be quiet after they lose. They kind of talking a little bit too much for me. And that ain't what they gotta do. I ain't telling them what they gotta do. I'm just telling you what I don't like. LeBron talking about, oh, next year we gonna make, man. I love you, Bron. I ain't trying to hear that. Kyrie bickering back and forth talking about you my boycott. Hey, shut up. I ain't trying to hear that. KD getting into it with Chuck the day after, the night of, or the morning of, after his getting swept. I'm not trying to hear what you're talking about, bro. Relax, dog. You know what I mean? Like, take a step back. Just take a step back and just process. Dame Lillard ain't even in the playoffs, dog. And he talking about he the beast. The beast is coming back. Who cares? It's just you in Portland, dog. Just you. You need some help. Don't nobody want to live in Portland. We told you not to sign that extension, but you did it anyway. Just be quiet right now. Be quiet. Oh, and I didn't really care about the NFL draft. I know it happened. To me, it was mid at best. I did think Jermaine Johnson probably dropped a little bit too low for the Jets. And I only saw that through the clips. I thought he would have probably went top 10, but he went in the 20s. But I'm a Florida State fan, so I'm biased. So it ain't, who knows what's the reason. I ain't gonna act like I know more than these people. And I ain't gonna act like I even care. But man, that's about my time, y'all. That's about my time. I'm trying to get on up out of here. I ain't gonna hold you. I wanted to get one off of y'all just so, you know what I'm saying, keep the consistency going, and also had a couple of thoughts on my mind and wanted to share them with y'all. But before I go, I wanted to tell y'all about some technology doing the right thing for once. Shout out to the Brooklyn Public Library. Yeah, I'm not sure if you know this, but the Brooklyn Public Library announced that any teenager in America is now eligible for a Brooklyn Public Library card. I don't know how you feel about it, but for me, this is dope. This is so dope. And it goes beyond just access to physical hard copies. Teens can also sign out ebooks and audiobooks too from wherever they live. I feel like that's just so dope, because we didn't have this when I was a kid, obviously, because of technology and what have you. But even for hard copies, they wasn't allowing this. So I'm really glad they're doing this now. It's just one more step towards making information easier to access for everyone. So can we get a yay for technology doing the right thing this time, class? The move is said to be designed to combat censorship, which I don't know if you've been under a rock for the past 100 years, but we've definitely had a few squabbles on that front. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to the Brooklyn Public Library, and also shout out to New York in general. Yeah. And just like that, we out of here, folks. You ain't got to go home, but you probably already home. Yeah. Now that I think about that, okay. But hey, don't forget what Uncle Torchy taught you today. That you're bound for greatness. That your past doesn't define you. Your computer be cheating, because they do. I don't give a damn. Damn that. All right, that's a lesson for the wise right there. Computer be cheating. What else, man? Florida still being Florida, because that's the Florida thing to do. Mike Jackson is a legend, and if you haven't heard enough of him, you can always go back and catch up on him. And so is the Brooklyn Public Library for everything that they're doing today. And if you didn't know, contrary to what these folks talking about on the internet, wash your chicken, man. Clean your chicken. And even more important than that, if you don't clean your chicken, even if you for whatever reason you don't clean your chicken, that's your business. But please, please, good brother, good sister, shower every day. I know what they saying on the internet. I know what they saying, but please, I cannot stress this enough. Shower every day. Like, I know we've been laughing and making jokes because it's funny, but y'all too old to be out here not showering, dog. Y'all too old to be out here not showering. I mean, I guess you might miss a day for some strange reason, but if there's a shower and quality water is coming out of that shower head, no entiendo. I don't understand. And don't let me find out you still using Axe body spray. I don't care what them damn commercials say. These women do not, and I cannot stress this enough, but they do not go crazy for Axe body spray. They have never went crazy for Axe body spray. That is false advertisement. We should all sue. Be safe, call your mother, and remember, it ain't on you, it's in you. Peace and love, love and peace. We outside.